If you've been following asset strategies for any length of time, you might be getting curious about the company, about the people behind the company, and maybe what it might be like to be the client. So I'm Roy Furr with Asset Strategies, sitting down with Justin Widick, the co-founder and president of Asset Strategies, and we're going to answer some of those questions. Justin, welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you, Roy. I appreciate it. Look forward to this conversation. I'm
Absolutely.
excited.
Yes. So this one's a little bit more personal, maybe.
Okay.
But let's start with the company. Asset Strategies currently serves over 2,000 clients across 48 states from our offices in Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska,
Yep.
and been around since 2002.
Yeah. Time flies.
Yeah. So you co-founded Asset Strategies with Chad in 2002.
Yes.
And as you were getting into the business, I want to start with what was your why? Why did you choose becoming a financial advisor? Why did you choose to found your own firm?
I was pretty young then. I was about 26 at that point in time. And when I was in college, I always wanted to be in the investment business.
Okay.
I just had a couple really good interactions. I love the idea of compound interest and what that can do for people and the growth of their portfolios and change lives. I was in a couple other different fields and then got back because I wanted to get back into investing, got back into that in 2000.
Okay.
And then in 2002, Chad and I started Asset Strategies, and we just wanted to be an independent firm so we could serve clients exactly how the clients needed to be served versus the way a company was dictating the way they would be served. And so that was one of the important things that we did when we started the company, which was start as an independent investment advisor so we could help clients right where they're at.
Okay, excellent. And I hear that focus on client service, right?
Absolutely.
So as the team has grown, you've been intentional about maintaining that, about maintaining the culture built around client service. And I hear it when I'm speaking to all the advisors on the team. That comes down to values, like personal values, company values. So what would you say are the values that really drive Asset Strategies and drive the client service that somebody can expect to receive here?
I think the most important thing is we're a guide. We're a guide for clients. Really, they're the hero of what the story is. So
Yes.
we're coming alongside our clients, and we want to help them along and be a catalyst to move them forward. Saving, investing, for retirement, for a new home, for the start of a business, whatever that might be. We want to be someone that comes alongside, and that, of course, not only is the advisor, but all of our customer service staff and make sure that our partners in the business are doing the same types of things where we are serving the client, trying to make things as easy as possible and straightforward as possible for them as they're looking at doing different types of investing or bettering their situation.
Yeah, they get to be up on the podium holding the trophy, but you're there supporting them and helping them get to that spot.
Yeah, we're kind of the coach. We're kind of the one alongside out of the camera shot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options, right? There's a lot of options for financial services. Why would someone choose to do business with Asset Strategies over whatever other options are available?
Yeah, Roy, great question. There's a lot of really great companies out there for sure. Asset Strategies, we've been around for a long time here. We've been in the business for 26 years. We've been Asset Strategies for 24. And we're an independent firm. So we're, again, not tied to a company that's maybe pushing product through. We want to make sure that we're, again, coming alongside clients and providing the answers that they're looking for and putting those together in a way that can work for them. And, I just know that the way Chad feels, the way I feel, the way our team feels about serving the client is, that's the number one priority. And, sometimes that's the case at different firms, but I know it's the case at Asset Strategies. I think that's really important as if you're a client looking at possible advisor to use.
Yeah, I hear that from the advisors. I hear it we were talking to one of your clients yesterday, and that was her experience, was you serve me even when it's not a product that you have to sell.
Yeah, that's great.
So if you have, again, been following Asset Strategies, if this sounds interesting, if you'd like to just have a conversation with an advisor, see how it may or may not be a fit to work with Asset Strategies for you personally, it starts by scheduling a welcome call with a member of our team. And you can do that. We'll include a link with this video where you can schedule your welcome call. Justin, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Roy. I appreciate it.